Tell me about this event tonight, why it's different than a lot of other events.
This event is very special because it recognizes students, not for their athletic ability or necessarily academic achievement, but for the ability they have to bring people together and to advocate for the underprivileged and also advocate for those that might be less advantaged than other people in their schools. So it's a character award, really. It's a character award, and we're very proud of them because if we had more students like that, and I'm sure the schools are full of them, what a wonderful world we would have.
I promise you, Human Relations Council is excited to celebrate these scholars. So everything that's taken to put this together, it was worth it because they are our future. So we're super excited. As you can see, the big old smile on her face.
Excited. And we wish we could do this for everybody, every year. All the ones that were especially inclusive in their interactions with others.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing this awards thing?
15? I think 15 years.
It's in honor of Cory White. The Human Relations Council wanted a new logo, and we put a competition among high schools to design it. And Cory White was the young man that designed the logo that we now have. And there was to be an award ceremony later, but unfortunately he was killed in an accident before. And his art teacher let us know how special he was in every way, because he was one who looked after those that didn't have others. He's the one that sat at a different lunch table every week with someone who may not have someone sitting with him. And so we wanted to honor him, and we thought there was no better way to honor him than to highlight those students that exemplify those traits that Cory possessed.
This awards thing is special to the community.
It is the Human Relations Council. It helps to build bridges and to bring people together. And when you can honor the list of young people that's actually out there contributing and making a difference for tomorrow, I think it's a great event, and I'm more than happy to come out and support our youth and to help them move forward in any positive way possible.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we begin this memorable evening, I would like to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you. Your presence here tonight is truly enriched in this occasion, and we are deeply grateful for your support and your participation. May tonight be filled with joy, inspiration, celebration, as we recognize the excellence and achievement of our youth in our community. The Cory White Diversity Awards were established by the Anderson County Human Relations Council to honor the memory of Cory White, the student designer of our current logo. He was tragically killed in an automobile accident right before we were able to acknowledge him, and we wanted to honor him in a way that we would encourage the love and acceptance of all people that was exemplified by Cory. Cory went out of his way to make others feel important and valued, and these are the qualities that we wish to encourage in our young people. If you look on our program, you will see the results of this young man's efforts. The Human Relations Council mandates is to build bridges and lower barriers among the citizens in Anderson County, and notice how beautifully his design conveys that our purpose. Over the years, the Cory White Diversity Awards has evolved into what you see here tonight: a dinner to honor those young people who are nominated by their schools for their positive impact on peers, teachers, and or the school staff in the areas of human rights, special needs, and disabilities, or cultural inclusion and acceptance. Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed further in tonight's activities, I would like to take a moment to extend a heartfelt thank you to the parents and the guardians of the children who will be receiving the awards this evening. Your dedication, guidance, and unwavering support have undoubtedly played a pivotal role in shaping the remarkable individuals we honor tonight. Through your love, encouragement, and sacrifices, you have nurtured the talents and aspirations of these young achievers, empowering them to reach new heights and excel in their endeavors. Your commitment to their growth and development is truly commendable, and we are deeply grateful for the countless ways in which you have enriched their lives. As we celebrate the accomplishments tonight of these young people, let us also recognize the honor and the invaluable role that each of you has played as teachers, guidance, and principals. Your pride, your joy, and your unconditional love shine brightly through their achievements, and tonight we applaud you for your extraordinary contributions to their remarkable achievements. And finally, I would like to thank the distinguished members of our Anderson County Council. I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for the County Council for your generous support and funding of this awards dinner. Your unwavering commitment to recognizing and celebrating excellence in our community is truly commendable, and it is to thank you as you continue to support like this that are made possible. Your investment in programs and initiatives that promote education, talent, and development, and community engagement is instrumental in fostering the culture of achievement and success. These county employees and volunteers play a vital role in supporting various causes, organizations, and communities. Their selfless service often goes a long way in making positive impact and driving changes. So a heartfelt thank you goes to all for their invaluable service.
And I work for the county, and part of my job is I get to work with the Human Relations Council. So tonight I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker. His name is Chris Sullivan. He's from Anderson. He's always lived in Anderson. And after he graduated from Hannah, he went on to the University of Georgia and got a bachelor's degree in business administration. Then went up to Capitol Hill and interned for a while. Came back, was a banker for 15 years. And at Cornerstone National Bank, he was the county executive. You may have heard of this part of his resume. In 2007, he and his wife, Sissa, started Blake and Brady Boutique in what many consider was a large part of the revitalization of downtown Anderson. Together, they grew the business for over a decade until making the decision in 2022 to close its doors and enjoy more time with their family. He's married to Sissa Sullivan, who is from Daphne, Alabama. They have two daughters, Blakely, a sophomore at University of Alabama, and Brady, a junior at T.L. Hanna High School. Currently, he's the president of the Anderson Area Touchdown Club, board chair for Imagine Anderson, and a board member of the Special Needs and Disabilities Board. He is also unopposed in the primary, so he is going to be taking office as the county councilman for District 1 in January. So give a warm welcome to Chris Sullivan.
I really appreciate y'all having me here tonight. This is an amazing group. You do amazing work. I'm so proud of the kids here. Going through my bio, I'm a product of District 5, and I actually went to McCants. I know us older people, now I'm an older person, I guess, likes to talk about how hard we had it back in the old days. So my McCants, did anybody go to the old McCants in here? Okay, we got a few of y'all. So I know, like, my daughter complains about after lunch at Hannah, she gets sleepy and gets tired because she just had a meal and it's a long day. McCants had no air conditioning. This was 35 years ago. We had a school actually with no air conditioning. And back then, for you younger folks, the light bulbs they put off heat back then. Now they don't put off heat. So after class, after lunch, you go to math, science, and you're sitting there and you have to turn the lights off to keep the heat down, and you got two box fans running at two ends of the room with all the windows open, and everybody, it's Snoo City. I mean, it's so a lot has changed over here. The school districts have changed. These schools now are Taj Mahals and are gorgeous places to be, so you don't have to worry about those things. But I'm sure you young kids will have your older day story here in about 30 or 40 years, how bad you had it, not being able to use your cell phone at school or something like that. And your kids will be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. But anyway, so also went to Hannah, which Hannah that I went to is now McCants Middle School, and you could not fit a third of the Hannah students inside of what we went to school there. So times change, lots of things change, it's all for the better. And I'm glad we provide a great environment for kids these days to go to school in comfort and air conditioning and very safe buildings these days. As they said, I went to the University of Georgia, where I met my wife, and if you picked up on it, I have a daughter that goes to the University of Alabama. That is a very stressed relationship in the fall, come football season. We managed through it. I've actually pulled for Alabama in a couple of games. I didn't think that was possible, but I have learned to meet in the middle on everything. I was also in banking, the Blake and Brady Boutique. I like to touch on that because any of you that are small business owners out there, I cannot tell you what respect I have being a small business owner. It is the hardest thing. Like, Seth and I were talking, you can't turn it off. Like you go on vacation, you can't turn it off. So for all of you out there that are in small businesses, we appreciate you as well. I will say in my bio, nowhere did it mention any awards like what you're about to receive tonight. Growing up, I was always a nice guy, a good guy. I think if you ask anybody I went to school with, Chris is a great guy. He's super. I didn't win any awards for being a nice guy. I didn't take it the next step like y'all did. This is a whole nother level of what you've done. You didn't have to do what you did to get here tonight. It's not a part of the daily routine. It's not a part of what anybody would expect to do on a day-to-day basis going to school. A lot of people just check in. Heck, my daughter checks in like a job. You go in there, she go in there, make friends, hang out with everybody, come home, take a nap, go play sports, go eat. But y'all went the extra step, and that needs to be encouraged. I'm glad this is here to do that because that is a huge deal, and we appreciate you. I call it that y'all kind of found the cheat code in life to be not even in college and to figure out these skills is amazing, and you need to nurture that, keep that going, and that's why, again, you're here tonight. One of my new roles in 2025, I'm going to become a politician for the first time in my life. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about helping people in Anderson grow and do things the right way, smart growth, all that. So I'm very excited. Unless I get opposed, unless somebody writes in Mickey Mouse or Taylor Swift, I think I've got it. I don't have any opposition, but neither of those two are residents of Anderson County, so I think they'd get kicked out if they did show up on there. But I will say, kind of going back to the old days that grew up in Anderson, we used to have cable TV was all we had. We didn't get MTV till the 80s. I think it was 84 we got MTV. So all the options that kids have are not there. But back then we had a local cable access channel, which now you talk about it, that is like the historic days. We had Channel 8 on Anderson Cable, and they would have their own network. They'd have their own shows, and some of these guys would do sports talk shows, different things like that. And people would call in because it's local. You only about a couple hundred people watching, and they'd be like, "You're terrible," and click, hang up, and they're trying to punch the button. All. But one thing they carried was they used to carry the city council meetings. And so as a kid, when I was y'all's age, I was watching this, and a guy on the council who's still around today, Steve Curvin, he's an attorney in town, and I grew up with his son. But there was a discussion back then. The bus system that we have now is not what we've always had. The bus system is very expensive, and as a kid, I don't know why I'm watching the bus system talk, but it was interesting to me. And it was going back and forth about how much money it costs to do this, and do we really want to invest that much money? And Steve Curvin, I'm going to get my quote right here, said, "The true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members." And for 30 years, I thought Steve Curvin came up with that. I Googled it. Gandhi came up with that. So I've been giving him way too much credit for all these years. But there's a lot to kind of unpack in that statement, because there's people that don't have the abilities that everybody else does. I know there's stories of like when TTI was building at Exit 27, the original drawings had no parking lots. And the people overseas that were designing this were like, what do you need parking for? Don't you have public transportation to get all your workers in and out to TTI? And they're like, no, everybody around here has a car. Every family's got a car. Like everybody drives everywhere. We need a parking lot. And so you kind of look at to get people around, to get people from an area where they need to get to work or they need to get to school, Tri-County Tech, get a degree. And so back then, just kind of throwing that statement out there really makes you think as government in a different role, that trying to help people. And just like y'all in this situation, this award tonight, helping people when you didn't have to do it, but it's the right thing to do. And I'm so glad y'all are here. I kind of, originally Cindy kind of covered some of this, but I would like for us to again recognize the parents and guardians of these kids, because I do not think this is I think this is a learned trait. I think your ability to do this is not something you just are born with necessarily. I think you're seeing your parents do it, and you're seeing your grandparents do it, you're seeing your guardian do it. Somebody in your life is doing this, and these kids are watching, and they're absorbing it like a sponge, and they want to do it too. They like how it makes them feel. They like how it makes their parents feel. So can everybody here please recognize the parents? A round of applause for the parents and guardians again, because it's well deserved. Appreciate y'all. And so I've been told by a recipient from a couple of years ago, the only thing standing between y'all and the awards presentation is me, so I don't want to be that guy. So I do want to say, for y'all, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what got you here. If in a few years, all these guys, these councilmen at this table are still here, if you want to find us, we will find you some way to get plugged in with our town. I know a lot of people, when you go through college or get to college, you'll be like, man, I do not want to come back to Anderson. That place is lame. You know, that's what I hear it from my kids all the time. But it's really a good place, and it's getting better. This place is growing like crazy, and we need you. So hopefully, when y'all get through with your illustrious career of academics, we can get you back to Anderson and get you involved with our environment here. But again, congratulations to all you for your awards, and thanks for having me tonight. I appreciate it.
Well, it's my job to introduce these fine advocates for inclusion and acceptance, and it's always a joy and a privilege to be able to be the one to do it. Everybody has a role to play in this world. Every one of us possesses a distinct flame that has the ability to light up the space around it. And each of us has a need to feel accepted and to feel that he or she is important and wanted. These recipients, these young people, have in their own special way found a way to bring out that special spark in other people, the spark that sometimes causes people who might otherwise feel separated become a part of the whole. And I would like for you to take a minute to look at this logo because, of course, the mission of the Human Relations Council is to build bridges. And this is what these children have done. I shouldn't say children, young people. That's what they do every day. They build bridges within their communities and within their school environments. And that is such an important world because what we really need in this world is, as they say, love, sweet love. And every one of them demonstrates love every time they reach out to someone else and make them feel like they're worthy and wanted and have a role to play in their communities. All right, when I look over each of the nomination letters and nomination forms that the schools send in to us, one thing is common. These young people serve. They serve their schoolmates, they serve their communities. This is a wonderful character trait. It doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from families. Am I not working? Oh, no. All right. Am I working now? You can hear? Okay, cool. So, young people, you have done very, very well, and we believe that you're going to continue to be a leader in the future, and we're so excited. Now, it's about time for our presentations, and let me tell you how that goes. All right, when your name is called, you will come up here and you'll stand up here while I read all these wonderful things your schools have written about you. Don't get too embarrassed. Some of them are pretty lengthy and really outstanding. All right, we're going to get started now with our awards, and our first award comes through District 1. We're going to go through District 1, and our first award recipient is Fischer Newsome. And Fischer is an 8th grade Palmetto middle school student. Fischer has distinguished himself by seeking out and befriending students in Palmetto Middle School's unified PE class. This class provides students with moderate and severe intellectual disabilities an inclusive and adapted PE class every day of the week. He treats these students as equals, setting high yet realistic expectations, and taking a true interest in learning about what helps these students so he can meet their individual needs. He has facilitated a special relationship with one self-contained student who is both nonverbal and non-mobile. This friendship started last year, but it has even continued this year with Fischer spending 30 minutes every morning before school begins hanging out with this special friend. His simple act of befriending this student has allowed other students to follow in his footsteps and begin to interact with these students, forming an inclusive bridge that is a model for others. Congratulations, Fischer. Our second student is Morgan Swaney, and she's a 12th grade Palmetto High School student. Morgan is an exceptional student who is very involved in multiple student organizations and activities at Palmetto, as well as activities around our community. Although she faces many challenges that her counterparts never have to consider, she does it with grace, compassion, and a genuine desire to see everyone treated equitably. She advocates for everyone and never wants anyone to feel left out. She has had the opportunity to work with the special needs population through her involvement with the Student Council, helping plan events such as a dance, a Christmas party, and a Valentine's party with both our severely and moderately intellectually disabled students. She served as a tutor for her 9-year-old nephew and is currently in the process of starting a service learning project at Richard Campbell Veterans Home, where she is assisting with fundraising efforts to purchase adaptive equipment for those residents to make their lives a little better. It is obvious she wants to put her stamp on the world and has already had a great impact. Congratulations, Morgan. We are so proud of you. The next one is Nadia Smith, and she's an 8th grade Powdersville Middle School student. Nadia is described as a young woman that fully embodies the values of cultural inclusion, acceptance, leadership, academics, and friendship. She lends her compassion to others that may be unable to grasp the situation at hand, whether it be from a language or a developmental issue. As a student council president, Nadia listens, encourages, and integrates all ideas with interest and respect. In class, she asks questions publicly and simply in a way that promotes clarity for others. She's fluent in Spanish and has taken 5 multilingual learners under her wing to include bilingual instruction and directions as an aid to her teachers. Her spirit of inclusion led her to ask her teacher if she could invite several students new to the school and country to help the teacher. These efforts allowed these girls to acclimate and become a part of the middle school experience in the United States. But perhaps her most dignity-filled moment occurred during a small class discussion when a fellow student posed an off-topic question that could have been interpreted as insensitive at best and racial at worst. She graciously addressed the question and immediately redirected the discussion to the topic at hand. She possesses old-school wisdom and emotional intelligence that far outpace her years. Congratulations, Nadia. Our next student is Evan Matocha, a 12th grade Powdersville High School student. Evan is going to take a while. He had an accident this week, but look how courageous he is. Evan is a great example of how to embrace people's differences and treat all people with kindness and respect. He has a servant leader heart and mindset, always putting others' needs before his own. This is evident as he works with special needs population at Powdersville High. He goes up and beyond to invest in and connect with these students. He is friendly to all and works diligently to help the people around him. He possesses many traits of a leader. He is hardworking, thoughtful, engaging, approachable, and respectful to all. Congratulations, Evan. Our next student is Caleb Chimot, an 8th grade Wren Middle School student. Caleb is an 8th grade multilingual student from France. Look at this, we've got 2 so far, multilingual. I'm impressed, that's more than I've got. Has demonstrated remarkable efforts in promoting human rights and cultural inclusion and acceptance. He participates on the competitive robotics team and is a wonderful friend and classmate to others, fostering support to fellow newcomers. He openly shares his experiences from his time in France, and other students and teachers marvel at his stories. Drawing from his own experiences, Caleb educates his peers and teachers about the challenges he has faced through class discussions. He celebrates diversity and encourages others to embrace different cultures and languages. Caleb is a true light to everyone he encounters and a joy to be around. His unique accomplishments serve as a beacon of hope for human rights and cultural acceptance in his community. Congratulations, Caleb. Mira Patel is a 12th grade Wren High School student. Mira is described as a lovely young lady, an excellent student, and a person who has worked to better the lives of others. She never has a negative word to speak about anyone and has worked to bridge the gap between people of different ethnicities. She worked diligently on the school's International Night program, highlighting the contributions of different members of the community. Through the use of art to illustrate cultural differences, she is helping others gain an understanding of what it means to be Indian American. Congratulations, Mira. Our first recipient here is Maximus Max Clarke, an 8th grade Belton Middle School student. Max genuinely cares for others, and this shows in all he does. His kindness and empathy are contagious not only with his peers, but also with the faculty and staff at Belton Middle. He is a positive role model for those around him, working very hard and diligently, but always with a smile on his face. It should be no surprise that Max is not only well liked and admired by his peers, but his teachers as well. Congratulations, Max. Erin Horne is a 8th grade Honey Path Middle School student, but she was unable to be here tonight, but I do not want to leave her out, so I'm going to tell you something about her, okay? It says she's promoted a positive and inclusive environment for her peers. She repeatedly demonstrates the courage to be kind and accepting of others. She embraces new students and those who may have difficulty making friends and fitting in with others, and she shows genuine compassion and understanding to those who suffer in this area. Erin has even had the courage to stand up to others when they mistreated a peer, and she did it with grace, respect, and correct approach. Now, I taught middle school. That is a rare treat and a trait in a middle school student to be brave enough to do that. For her, it is important to do the right thing regardless of what others may think, and she has earned a great deal of respect as a result. For those reasons, she is viewed as a leader among her peers and is highly deserving of the Cory White Award. Our next one is Naeem Jones-Croxton, and Naeem is a 12th grade BHP student. Naeem goes, give him a chance to perk up, Naeem, this is your night. Naeem goes above and beyond to help special education students to be successful in PE. He has taken a great deal of interest in these students and works to help them daily. He shows them how to play games during class and has taken the lead to help students understand what they should be doing during games. He has formed relationships with every one of our special education students, which makes him stand out from his peers. Those are wonderful traits, Naeem. Congratulations. Our next student is Calli Garrett. She is a 10th grade Renaissance Academy student. Calli has been a student at Renaissance Academy for 3 years. And during that time, she's faced many setbacks, adversities, disappointments, and struggles. However, in the last several months, she started to shine. Her work ethic and grades have improved, and she's developed a very kind, fresh attitude that is very positive and encouraging to others. She's been observed coming to the aid of another student. She's begun to attempt to care for other students who are new to the school and don't know the ropes. And she's recently been able to kindle the talent of caregiving to others who are being picked on or bullied. She has come a long way into her journey of creating a bright future for herself. And those of us who have watched her metamorphosis could not be more proud of the person she is becoming. And I want you to know, Calli, that they are so proud of you, and we are too. Congratulations. All right, our next district is District 3. And the first student on here is Calli Simpson, who is an 8th grade Starr-Iva Middle School student. All right. Calli Simpson, 8th grade Starr-Iva middle school student. She's described as a very kind young lady who is respectful to both her peers and teachers. She has a humble spirit and allows others to shine. You can find Calli helping with special needs students in school as well as outside of school. She's always willing to serve others and displays a positive attitude that serves as a beacon of light to all she encounters. Congratulations, Calli. Allie Dickerson is a 12th grade Crescent High School student. Allie is an excellent student and athlete who truly embodies a kind and compassionate spirit. She's shown this through her dedication to the students at Crescent High School by volunteering multiple years at the Special Olympic Games, the Special Olympics You Are Beautiful pageant, and the Special Olympics swim meets. Additionally, she's championed this group of students by taking the time to listen and support each of them, and can be seen having conversations with these students quite often in the hallways of cafeteria. Her faith is important to her, and she helped reinstate the Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Crescent, getting up extra early to lead her peers in worship. Furthermore, Allie has spent many hours helping to promote the success of her peers through her social media posts. No matter where the individual plans to go for their next steps, Allie is there to help celebrate each success story. She has helped to create a positive and accepting culture at Crescent through her genuine care and concern for others. Congratulations, Allie. All right, we're in District 4 now. Ashleigh Richardson is an 8th grade Riverside middle school student. Ashleigh is described as a tremendous leader at school and a champion for special needs students and those with disabilities. As a member of the Riverside leadership class, she helps special needs students grow and learn in their robotics class. Her teacher notes that her work with those children was exemplary, and the relationship she built with them helped build a bridge between students with disabilities and the general population. Although she is consistently recognized for her academic and athletic achievements, it is her spirit of inclusiveness that makes her special and separates her from her peers. Riverside is confident that she will continue to use her voice and actions to make a better world. And that brings us to Manasia Armstrong, 12th grade Pendleton High School student. Manasia strives to bring inclusivity to all activities and aspects of life at Pendleton. She consistently demonstrated a deep understanding of the importance of fostering an all-inclusive environment that embraces diversity in all its forms. She actively seeks to create a sense of belonging for everyone, regardless of background, ethnicity, gender, or any other characteristic. Her efforts extend beyond the classroom as she actively engages in various extracurricular activities and initiatives that aim to celebrate and bridge cultural gaps within our community. One of the most remarkable qualities that sets Manasia apart is her ability to bring people together. She has organized and participated in events that not only showcase the richness of our diverse community, but also encourage dialogue and understanding among individuals with different perspectives and experiences. Her leadership in these initiatives has been both inspiring, powerful, and impactful. Her ability to balance academic excellence with a dedication to fostering an inclusive environment is truly commendable and has left an indelible mark on those fortunate enough to know her. Well done, Manasia. To District 5. Eleanor Canick is an 8th grade, what? Oh, picture? Okay, all right. Eleanor Canick is an 8th grade Glenview Middle School student. Eleanor works tirelessly to help those around her. Through her involvement with Glenview Student Council and Beta Club, she has helped collect canned goods for the Anderson Interfaith Ministries, sold hearts to raise money for AIM, and volunteered in various capacities throughout the community. Eleanor radiates positivity. She treats all peers with dignity and respect, always has a smile on her face and a kind word to say. As a leader in the YCI at Glenview, she's helping lead others to Christ. Her goal is for people to experience the peace and freedom that can be found through a relationship with God. Through her involvement in Girl Scouts, she's been able to participate in charity work to help the members of this community. Eleanor believes that to serve others, all we need to do is love them, and she puts the needs of others first, not for recognition or acknowledgement, but for the sake of those she serves. Congratulations, Ellen. Avery Pitts is an 8th grade McCants Middle School student. Among the many wonderful qualities Avery has is how inclusive and respectful she is to every other student in the student body. Avery reaches out and treats students in a way that makes them feel seen and heard. Avery was part of the protein class first semester, a class that works very closely with the self-contained special education class. From the first day, Avery began to establish relationships with the students, remembering personal details about them and initiating conversations each time she saw them. She enthusiastically volunteered to come and read to these students and spent most of her recess time each day talking with the kids. Although she is currently in a different related arts class, she continues to make a point to interact with the special education students on a daily basis. She appreciates individual differences, and the students look up to her. Her actions enable others to feel included and valued. Congratulations. All right, Paola Gonzalez Manera, 8th grade, Robert Anderson Middle School. And I hope I pronounced that first name right. I tried to get it right before this program started. Paola is a hardworking and caring student who shares her time and talent to make Robert Anderson Middle School a better place. She is a Rams ambassador, which allows her to be one of the first faces that our newly arriving students get to know. In her role, she is invaluable with helping our Spanish-speaking students feel welcome and knowing that there's someone here that can be their advocate as they adjust to a new school. She often helps students and teachers with translation of assignments, directions, and questions. Her work in this area is greatly appreciated by students, parents, teachers, and administrators and helps bridge the gap between two cultures. Congratulations, Paola. Jaden Horton is an 8th grade Southwood Academy of the Arts student. Jaden is described as a student that not only excels academically, artistically, and socially, but is also an eager contributor to the Southwood community in positive ways. He serves on both the yearbook staff and the student council, has tutored struggling math students after school, and he and some of his classmates even stepped up and volunteered to lead extra rehearsals of the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band students before the winter concert when the band director was out for surgery. According to Dr. Chambly, Jaden has a positive outlook on life and education in general. He excels in all that he attempts and is a student that others should model. He maintains exceptional interpersonal skills that reflect his never meet a stranger attitude. Jaden is able to interact with people of diverse cultures and backgrounds. He has strong communication, negotiation, and presentation skills. Because of his drive, academic success, civic contributions, willingness to help others, and love for mankind, Jaden has established himself as an inclusive student. He epitomizes acceptance and advocacy for all. Jaden is a truly genuine human being and will bring honor and recognition to an already prestigious award. He is most deserving of the Cory White Diversity Award. Congratulations, Jaden. Carlin Dunn is an 11th grade Anderson 5 charter school student. One of Carly's many strengths and joys is giving back to her community and helping those in need. Carly has volunteered with the Touch the Futures organization, a nonprofit dedicated to improving the lives of seniors and individuals with disabilities through assistive technology products and services, which includes providing needed wheelchairs or other accessibility products. Carly believes helping the community can be achieved in various ways, and each contribution is toward the betterment of society. Her ongoing personal experience with charitable functions has led her closer to the heart of the community. She's committed to helping seniors and those with disabilities with the equipment, technology, and tools they need in order to live independently and have a better quality of life. She sums up her purpose well with this statement. Here in the state of South Carolina, most are taught the importance of hospitality and neighborliness. To take care of others is to take care of oneself also. Each individual holds great importance to society and deserves significant care. Anyone has the capabilities of making an impact by simply giving a kind word and a smile. And those are such a true statement. Thank you, Carly. Reagan Scanlon is a 12th grade T.L. Hanna High School student. Reagan has been in the Hanna Adapted Physical Education Mentorship Program for 2 years. She plans on majoring in special education in college. Reagan has above reproach the highest morals, ethics, values, and personal integrity. These character traits have allowed her to bring out the best of every student she interacts with daily. She's been described as a shining light for others to follow in her adaptive physical education class. How she approaches her work sets Reagan apart from many of her peers. She is unafraid of complex assignments and readily accepts new challenges, demanding tasks, and new activities. Reagan is also a T.L. Hanna cheerleading program member, an officer in the T.L. Hanna Beta Club, and vice president of the Student Council. She cares about her school, her classmates, and her teammates. She's a role model for students, advocating for diversity and acceptance at T.L. Hanna High. And last, but certainly not least, is Dorian Mattress, a 12th grade Westside High School student. Dorian is not only a remarkable student who's respected by our student population and faculty, but he's also an extraordinary individual. He was born with a unique genetic disorder, Pfeiffer syndrome, which presented him with many challenges, including being visually impaired. Dorian has learned to overcome these challenges and has also used these challenges to succeed in his education. Dorian has a special gift to remember everyone by name and recognizes who he's talking with by voice recognition. It has been said that Dorian has never met a stranger. He is friendly, compassionate, and genuine. Dorian holds a high status of social involvement in our school community. He participates in and leads many school activities. He is a mentor to other special education students. He reads with and to them. Although he is a special education student in our adapted PE class, Dorian also assists other special education students in the class. He also works with the football team. He leads them in prayer and words of encouragement each Friday before games. Dorian is an exceptional student with disabilities, yet he is a student who demonstrates the utmost regard for all students, no matter ethnicity or cultural beliefs, and is accepted in return. Congratulations, Dorian. First of all, I want you to recognize that we have some wonderful, outstanding students in Anderson County, and I'm sure that there are many more that are out there that we were unable to recognize because we get each school to only choose one for the year. So, don't let people talk bad about our young people. They have so much promise, and all they need is encouragement and recognition of the good they do. Thank you.